Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith for Smiths in the Black at T3 Live. And okay, now it gets interesting. We got ourselves an outside day, and we know what that means. Triangles are coming. So here's a nice big old rally for the SPY. And now, pull her in, still trying the top of the channel. So we'll see, for this to really be negative, as we know, outside bars, we expect to see some triangles. So to really be negative, the SPY would have to break below 140, 145 and stay there below the outside bar. Otherwise, as soon as it comes back in triangle, we go to new highs. But for right now, bearish engulfing somewhat to the nastiness. But after quite a run, not that big of a deal. As far as time frame continuity, during the day, we went negative for the week right here. And an inside bar and even drop down there, then hammer up a little bit and close inside in the 15. But if you look at the 30-minute here, get a little bit better view. It had channel all day. It was just nasty. At least for now. Let's see this triangle here. These lows here. Very sharp up in there. And we'll see how this acts on your 30. If you look at the 60. Up into there, and then comes off some of these lows into right around 140, 125 if they start smacking them early. But we'll see. That'll keep time frame continuity to the downside, except for the monthly. So we've had conflict most of the day, and until this happened, we had a nice morning rally, and that had 4 time frames going the upside, and that's why the buy side was so long. And now we're getting a little bit more on the sell, and should make it more interesting as this goes on. Certainly the financials. Big rally here, and then drop back in. Not the end of the ball game here at all, as far as the daily. Still room to hold up into this stuff. But what gets interesting is Citicorp. You can see off these highs here. Gets up into here now, and that's where I said probably going to be an issue, is around 31, and there it is. And if you look at J.P. Morgan, you can see off of these highs coming right into there. This is the original triangle back into here, but really want to get back up and channel into there. So we're going to have time frame continuity and some actionable signals as far as weekly to the upside, but we want to also pay attention to stuff like that for sure. If we look at the TLT, I talked about that last night. Here's this triangle here, now fighting to get back in. And then if it does, we'll still be looking at this old triangle here, just below the 124 into this stuff. See how far they can really go. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit tricky. We know when there's an outside bar, triangles can grow and they can get nasty, and so we'll just have to play it as we see it. There's still a long list of buys on the weeklies, and now a longer list of sells. Just a couple ones that I'm adding so you can pay attention to them. Oops, the weekly. There's your TLT weekly, but AOL. Nice run for the old AOL, and trying to go inside weak and down. Still up for the month, but that could change with a little bit more downside. We also have AMT here, breaking the inside weak. Nice strong channel there, but starting to get challenged. If we look at the oils, NBL, that was on the list yesterday, is an inside weak and down. Now we also have that happening in Oxy. But not the end of the world if we look at Valero. We know, but Valero's had a nice push here, shooting star on the day for something off of this here. We'll see how far that can go on the weekly there. But Devon was the one that was on the upside, and we'll see if this can maintain it. It's inside and up on the week, inside and up on the month slightly. Still would like to get it out of there. But we've got them on both sides there, so we'll have to see how that plays out, if it's just going to be a mess or what's going on. Another things that we've seen here today, breaking, was tobacco. MO, inside down weak. So RAI getting a little closer here. 45.80, it's right there. So we'll see how this acts up in there, because we've seen more PM coming off the highs, still near the highs, but you go to the daily and it's stuff like this that you're keeping an eye on. Having a tough time. Obviously we've had a strong market, and pulling back's not the end of the world. So we'll be paying attention to a lot of that stuff. If we look at some inside days, Lulu stays inside, trying to get off this triangle here. It'd be trouble if it drops back in. Got NTAP as an inside day here too. And that's a monthly hammer, trying to get above that. And it's also a weekly hammer, so that'd be good if you get that thing moving to the upside. We'll have to see how this outside day plays out. It's going to be real interesting, especially if it pops up, and we go inside on the day for tomorrow. Then we're going to have a whole boatload. Another thing we continue to see is a breakdown of the telecoms. Here's AT&T and Verizon. You can see Verizon down here would be pretty juicy there, but CTL, CenturyTel, inside week just breaking to the downside, so might want to keep an eye on that. A little boring, but it is what it is. I talked about Yelp yesterday. Yelp still yelping and hurting in a weak mystery online sector, if you will. In the REITs, we had VNO come up here. The REIT's acting pretty well, actually, all day. And VNO breaking above this inside week. And you see this support here. I'm trying to hold this stuff. A slight lower low triangle there. But you can see this 80 level holding really nicely here for VNO. We've got BXP. It's going as still an inside week. And an inside day. So keep an eye on some of those REITs. Other than that, yeah, like I said, when we're going to have this kind of an outside day business, it's going to be a lot of triangle work. And so what that means is that when things weaken, we're going to look for strength, and we're going to have to be drawing a lot of triangles. It's not clean cut like it's been with the inside up, inside up, inside up. That's not what we're going to see here, or so it appears. Still trying to hold this uptrend line. If we go back to the 60. Can see this, and that 30 comes right in here. So we'll be looking here. Problem was, remember, this line was important. We broke below it and close inside. So it'd be important to also break not only back into this triangle, but back up above this, just about 41.80 and change. And remember, 41.98 is the opening of the week. So we really want to be above 142 to get 4 time frames to the upside in the SPY. Surprisingly, a large amount of inside days to keep an eye on, but hopefully that'll be a good thing as we can gauge which way things are going. At least as far as some groups. We've got some of the healthcare, Cigna inside day. Humana missed by a penny. WellPoint is inside. Excuse me. Those things tightening up. If you look at some of the stores, like Coors, still trying to hold up there, and I'm missing some data here for some reason, but it is an inside day there. Coors, and I think I'm going to leave it at that. It's just a bit of a mess. The lists are long, so there's lots to keep an eye on, but should be challenging now that we have outside day, as always, any outside bar. All right, that's going to do it. I'm Rob Smith for Smiths of the Black Cat, T3 Live.